G'day. Today we're going to give you some tips on how to use small soft plastics in the estuaries for a range of species. The soft plastics we're using, little tsunamis that basically mirror a whitebait. So the techniques we're using today basically will catch any fish that feeds on whitebait. A range of them in the estuaries: flathead, brim, bonito, tailor, salmon, kingfish. They'll all eat little baits like this. What we're going to use today is a nice lightweight graphite Rovex airstrike rod. We've also got a nice little Rovex reel, an airstrike again, and it just makes a good little well-balanced combo for the estuary. So there's a couple of really important tips when you're fishing for flathead on soft plastics, and I guess the first one is you need to be where the flathead are, because flathead don't move around much. They generally sit on the bottom waiting for stuff to come to them. You should really be fishing locations like sand flats. This area here is a nice sand flat. A little bit of a feeder creek, a freshwater stream kind of runs out around here, so there's plenty of food in this area. There's also some really nice seagrass beds. A couple of techniques for flathead is just to cast out your little soft plastic, make sure it sinks to the bottom, and then you're just going to hop it with little rod flicks a couple of times and wind up the slack. Oh, we're onto a fish. One of the beauties of these little soft plastics is that they will catch any fish that feeds on whitebait. Oh, not the target species, but a lot of fun. And actually, these fish are really great eating if you know what to do with them. You can see he's made quite a mess of this soft plastic. And the jig head too. I've managed to bend that out. So we'll put him back. So you can see the versatility of a little lure like this and a good outfit like this little Rovex. You can catch just about anything on them that will eat whitebait. The only thing you have to do is vary your retrieve. When I saw those fish on the surface chasing the bait, I quickly cast this out and I wound it in quite quickly. Very different to the retrieve I'm using for the flathead, but the actual outfit is exactly the same. So I'll put a new soft plastic on, a new jig head, and I'll see if we can't get a flathead, but I'm pretty happy. Well, I think we've hooked what we've come for, a nice big flathead. Well, it certainly feels like it, you never really know. I was sure this was a flathead. Look at that. Anyone would be happy to take that home for tea, but I'm going to throw him back and we'll keep persevering, see what we can get. So we didn't catch those flathead that we originally were after, but we did pick up a couple of good fish, and it just goes to show that this technique is really effective for a range of species in estuaries, and you'll just have to take my word for it that it does work for flathead as well when they're around. For any more information and tips on this style of fishing or on the gear we're using, just go to jarviswalker.com.au and we'll see you next time.